All right, let's talk about something we've all experienced. You're on a project and things just fall through the cracks, right? You're not sure who's supposed to do what, and suddenly, small questions blow up into huge delays. Well, this playbook is here to make sure that is a thing of the past. In this explainer, we're jumping right into the official playbook for the IHS diesel support contract. This is our single, unified process for getting incredible results together.
Everything, and I mean everything, we're going to cover comes back to this one simple promise. This isn't just some fancy sentence in a document. It's the standard we live by. Efficiency, accuracy, compliance, and transparency. These are the 4 pillars of our entire operation, and this playbook, it's our guide to making them real every single day.
So what is this playbook really? Well, it's our standard operating procedure, our SOP, but that sounds kind of formal, doesn't it? Let's just call it what it is, our shared game plan. It's here to kill the guesswork, stop the confusion, and build one single streamlined process that works for everyone on this project. And this game plan covers the whole 9 yards. We are talking about the entire life cycle of every task, from the second a request lands in our inbox, all the way through getting the work done, documenting it, getting paid, and closing it out. This makes sure our handoffs are seamless and absolutely nothing gets dropped.
Okay, so it's one thing to have a plan, but how do we actually know if we're winning the game? That is where our objectives and key results, our OKRs, come into play. These are the specific, measurable targets that tell us what success actually looks like on this contract. Let's take a look.
What's really cool here is how we turn these big, lofty goals into stuff we can actually measure. You see timely setup? That's not just a nice idea. It means we have a specific clock for acknowledging requests and building projects. Execution efficiency. That means we hit our deadlines and, this is key, we avoid having to do things over. And upholding compliance? Well, success there is 100% accuracy, no exceptions. These aren't just suggestions, they're literally how we keep score. Let's really focus on this number, 95% on-time completion. So why is this such a big deal? Because every single delay creates a ripple effect. It hits the client, it slows down our teammates, and it throws our whole workflow out of whack. Hitting this 95% isn't just about a number, it's about our commitment to keep the entire project and each other moving forward.
And here's another critical one, keeping our rejected evidence rate under 5%. This is all about getting our documentation right the very first time. I mean, think about it. Every single piece of evidence that gets rejected means delays, it means rework, and it means wasted time and energy. A low rejection rate is a direct reflection of our quality and our attention to detail.
And this number says it all. When it comes to the legal stuff and the money, our standard is 100% accuracy. For compliance paperwork, for invoices, for any of that official documentation, there is absolutely zero wiggle room. Precision here is totally non-negotiable, period. Okay, so we've got our goals. Now, let's talk about the team. For this playbook to work, everyone has to have a crystal clear picture of their position, what they're responsible for, and how they fit into the whole machine. This next part is really the heart of how we work together. So, first up, we have ego management, our key partners. They're our main line of communication with the client, IHS. They field the initial requests, they give the final okay to close out a project, and they're our last stop for any really big, high-level problems. Think of them as the strategic brain of the operation. Next up, the Energy Traders Team Lead. This role is basically the operational hub for the whole project. The team lead is the one who takes that initial request, builds out the project, assigns tasks, and, so importantly, reviews and approves all the completed work. They are the engine that drives progress and the guard that ensures quality. And that brings us right here to the assigned team member. This is where the work gets done. Your job is all about executing flawlessly and documenting everything meticulously. You're the one on the ground, carrying out the tasks, logging every conversation in Task Manager, gathering all the evidence, and submitting those perfect payment requests. You are the absolute foundation of this whole process. So let's just put it side by side to make it super clear. You can think of it like this. The team lead is all about strategy and oversight. They create, assign, monitor, and approve. The team member is all about execution and documentation. They execute, document, gather, and submit. See how that works? It's a true partnership. One role can't succeed without the other, and having this clarity is what makes our whole operation run so smoothly.
Now, when you have roles that are so interconnected, clear communication isn't just a nice idea, it is absolutely essential.
So let's lock in the rules of engagement that are going to keep information flowing the right way and stop any mistakes before they happen.
Rule number 1, and it's a simple one. Task Manager is our single source of truth. It's not just another to-do list. It's our official, permanent project log. And why is that so important? Because it gives us a transparent record that just kills any confusion. It means anyone can jump in and get up to speed on any task at any time.
And listen, this one is huge. Of course we're going to have quick phone calls or fire off WhatsApp messages for urgent stuff. That's just how work gets done. But, and this is a big but, if a decision is made or some critical piece of info is shared, it has to be summarized in the Task Manager. Let me be perfectly clear. If it's not in the system, then for all official purposes, it never happened.
So what happens when you get stuck or hit a roadblock? We keep it simple. There's a clear two-step escalation path. As a team member, your first call is always to your team lead. The team lead has the context to either solve it right there or, if needed, take it up the chain to Egoja management. This structure makes sure problems get solved at the right level and fast. Okay, we've covered the goals, we've covered the players, and we've covered the rules for communication. Let's pull this all together and talk about what this really means for you and for your personal role in our shared success.
At the end of the day, following this playbook is how we actually live up to that big commitment we talked about on the very first slide. Every rule, every single step is designed for one reason: to help us be more efficient, more accurate, and more transparent. This isn't about red tape. It's about being professionals who share a high standard for delivering amazing work.
So I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. Looking back at everything we've just gone over, from that 100% accuracy target to using our single source of truth, what is the one principle that you are personally going to commit to applying from this playbook starting right now? Your answer to that is the key to your success, in 2 R's.